Hey Rosa, so a while back you did a Throwback Thursday video for a book entitled Self-Portrait with Wings, and me being a good little sister decided, hey, that's a pretty good idea. I'm going to steal it for myself and do one of my own. And so the book that I decided I wanted to do a review on is Dealing with Dragons by Patricia C. Wrede, which is a book that I read in high school, and I'm guessing I probably picked it out because it has dragons in the title. Because, when I was in high school, I thought dragons were really cool. I still think they're quite awesome, but anyways, back to the book. This book is about Cimarine, who is a princess, but she doesn't act the way that princesses in Linderwall are supposed to act. And to add to this, she has 6 older sisters who are the perfect princesses. And so throughout her growing up years, she winds up taking all these lessons and learning these things that she's not supposed to, including fencing, magic, Latin, philosophy, cooking, economics, and juggling. Basically, every time that her parents would be like, no, you can't do this because it's not proper for a princess, Cimarine would be like, well, I'm a princess and I'm doing it, so what does that say about me? And she'd move on to the next thing. Until she turns 16 and decides that she's going to run away and become the princess of a dragon. Which, that's something that's a little bit harrowing because you never know what sort of a dragon you're going to wind up with. Fortunately, she winds up with Kazul, who, for all intents and purposes, is a quite civilized dragon. And all these things that made her a really bad princess in Linderwall made her an awesome princess for a dragon. Her fencing lessons came in handy because Kazul wouldn't have to fight off the princes that came to rescue her. Cimarine would just do that herself. Magic, she used a spell so that she wouldn't get burned to pieces if Kazul lost her temper. She used cooking to make Cherry's Jubilee. Just every step of the way, these things that she learned back in Linderwall that weren't proper princess material, she wound up using as she became a dragon's princess. And so this book was something that I kind of liked because I'm someone with very niche interests, and sometimes, especially when I was growing up, it's hard to feel comfortable when there's not a lot of people around you that are sharing the same sort of interests as you. And so it's one of those things that I hadn't read it for at least 5 years, so I decided to go back and reread Dealing with Dragons. And this book is just as amazing as I remember it. And it's one of those books that every time I read it, I remember something new about it, or I notice something that I didn't notice the last time. And so every time that I read the book, it becomes a new adventure. And one of the other great things is this book is book 1 of a 4-book series called The Enchanted Forest Chronicles, which one of the things I just learned is that the 4th book was actually written first. So it's something that my perspective on the book as I get older changes a little bit every single time. And also, the character names are just awesome. You have Cimarine and Morwen and Kazul and Mendenbar. These are all names that somehow are very weird for characters. Like, I haven't really heard any other places use these names, but also they were really unique and fit the characters really well. So yeah, that was my review of Dealing with Dragons. Still love it. 5 stars. Yeah.